of all, Joe's my man. Second of all, I work for him. Right? And I don't, that's not my style. My style is not to just, I don't give a fuck about, it's none of my business. But they think that I'm misusing my platform and misusing my voice, but not speaking on it. We're talking about big media companies. Yo, you should speak on it. But why? Why y'all trying to get me to speak on it? My voice, nigga, like, and I rather, my ego's so big, I want y'all to speak to me about me, nigga. Don't just come reach out to me about somebody else. The fuck type of nigga you think I am? I don't like
Right.
that. I don't like that. Oh, speak about your man, nigga. Why you don't speak to me about Flip? Yo, Flip, we heard this or we see this. Like my ego too
Right. We
big.
see you got this and this going on. Don't just call me when you trying to find out something about somebody else.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
call me
yeah.
when I got going on. Yeah, you're right.
Exactly.
But you know what? But you not Rocky. This is not my first time hearing. Like I heard that what you said. Like people asked that, and I guess this media shit is difficult, man.
Hmm.
Like with my way of thinking, it's not difficult to do, but my
That's
form of
because you're
thinking.
not of the industry. You are a talent that happens to be moving around in the industry.
Mm.
What's good, people? It's your boy, The Kitchen. Now, 2025 has gone off to a pretty bad start, especially for the JBN network. Now, in case you've been under a rock, Joe, at the very last day of the year, was outed. Yes, he was outed by Edgewater Police Department for sleepwalking in the early hours of the morning. Now, this was pretty embarrassing when it dropped because this went everywhere. This went viral in every sense of the word. Now, obviously, Joe Budden is a very polarizing figure. He is very opinionated. So people were just waiting to find something that they can laugh at with Joe, and they finally found it. So, as you can imagine, a lot of people were anticipating his podcast so he can address it. So he can address what the hell has been going on. Because a lot of this is still very blurred. A lot of people don't know exactly what went down. He says it's sleepwalking, but a lot of people think it's something else. People think he was under the influence of something. People just think a lot of things. They don't believe Joe's story. So people couldn't wait for his latest podcast episode. But here's the thing. The podcast never came because Joe eloped. Joe fled. Joe left the United States of America and he went to Bora Bora for a few days. And I don't know why. Maybe this was planned. A lot of people are thinking of a lot of theories as to why he just wasn't present at his podcast. But he wasn't there, so a lot of people decided to ask his co-hosts about the news of Joe. And I can't lie, I did ask Ian Dunlap because he is on Spaces a lot of the time. If you don't know Spaces, Spaces is on Twitter. And people just talk on there about random subjects, random things. So I posed a question. I said, did you hear about the Joe news as of late? And Ian was very, he didn't really address it. He kind of beat it around the bush. He was very vague. So he didn't really say much. Now, I would have asked Melissa, but I'm banned from her community and she just simply doesn't use Twitter. She's not the only one that doesn't use Twitter as much on the cast either. The only people that use Twitter is Joe, Imani, and Flip. So yeah, Joe, Imani, and Flip, and Ice occasionally. But the thing I found really interesting was while I was doing the science, I found a series of tweets from Imani and Ice. Now, these tweets are about people pulling up on them while they are outside and talking about Joe's recent antics and what he's gotten himself into with his lewdness charge. Now, one of these people is Mano. Yes, Ice sees Mano outside, and while he's about to dap him up, Mano yells, "Hey, tell your mans to put some clothes on." You can't make this up. He really said this. So much so that even Ice tweeted about it. Now, Imani would then tweet about his encounter with somebody involving Joe Budden. And he would go on to say, "Bro, I'm in Atlanta and strangers are asking me why your man's birthday suit in it." Shaking my head. Now, this is also hilarious because these guys are just minding their business. They don't hang with Joe as much as they used to. All they do is just work with him, then go home. They don't know what he does in his personal time. They don't know that he sleepwalks naked. Which also begs the question, is Joe ruining the reputation of his friends? Because this could be a very clear indication of that. Because a lot of people do say birds of a feather flock together. And in many instances, this could be the case if you don't know the JBP like that. And I'm almost sure that it's not just Imani, Ice, and Flip that have been harassed by strangers due to Joe's actions. Because I'm sure Melissa has been asked questions about Joe. I'm sure Parks has. I'm sure Ian has. Damn, I'm sure Corey has. So this could well have ruined his co-hosts' social lives. They can't go out without being asked questions about their freaky boss. But I just wish everybody the best. Hopefully this all ends as quick as it started. But hey, what do you guys think in the comments? Do you guys feel like Joe has ruined his co-host social lives? Do you think that they should get low for a couple of weeks, as this is very fresh, so people are going to ask questions constantly about it? Do you guys feel like Joe has hit a point of no return? Do you feel like his podcasting career is over? Because getting that type of charge, you could lose a lot of sponsors, you could lose a lot of supporters. But like I said, let me know what you guys think. Till next time, it's your boy The Kitchen. Deuces.